Good day, and thank you for watching. If you are a beneficiary or believe you should have been a beneficiary of a trust in California, there is one issue that comes up more often than people realize. That issue is undue influence. And understanding what it is and how it is proven can make the difference between accepting an outcome and challenging it. Let's start with the basics. Undue influence occurs when someone exerts excessive pressure on another person to the point that it overcomes their free will. In the context of trusts, it often involves influencing the person who created or changed the trust, known as the settlor. Now here's the key. Not all influence is improper. People are influenced by others every day. Family members, friends, advisors. That is normal. Undue influence goes beyond that. It involves manipulation that results in a decision the person would not have made on their own. Now let's talk about how this can happen. It often occurs when someone is vulnerable, due to age, illness, cognitive decline, or dependency. If a person relies heavily on another individual, that can create an opportunity for influence. Now let's discuss the factors courts may consider. One is the vulnerability of the person. Another is the authority of the person accused of influence. Were they in a position of trust? Did they control access? Did they manage finances or care? Another factor is the actions taken. Was there pressure, isolation, changes made quickly or under unusual circumstances? And finally, the result. Did the outcome significantly benefit the person accused of influence? These factors together can form the basis of a claim. Now here's where many people make a mistake. They rely on suspicion. They say, this doesn't feel right, but in court, feelings are not enough. You need evidence. Now let's talk about evidence. Medical records can show capacity or vulnerability. Witness statements can describe behavior or interactions. Prior versions of the trust can show changes over time. Communications, emails, messages can reveal patterns. All of these pieces can come together to support a claim. Now let's talk about timing. If you believe undue influence occurred, there may be deadlines for taking action. Waiting too long can limit your ability to challenge the trust. Now let's discuss another important point: burden of proof. In many cases, the person challenging the trust must present evidence of undue influence, but in certain situations the burden may shift. For example, if the person accused of influence was in a confidential relationship and benefited from the change, the court may look more closely at the circumstances. Now let's talk about strategy. Undue influence cases are not simple. They require a careful review of facts, a timeline of events, an understanding of relationships, and a clear presentation of evidence. Now, let's address another common misunderstanding. Some people believe that if a trust seems unfair, it must be the result of undue influence. But fairness alone is not the standard. The question is whether the person's free will was overcome. Now let's talk about the role of professionals. Attorneys, notaries, and other individuals involved in the creation of the trust may become important witnesses. Their observations can provide insight into the circumstances at the time. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Trusts are meant to reflect the wishes of the person who created them. Undue influence undermines that purpose. That's why the law provides a way to challenge it. But that challenge must be based on evidence and legal standards. Finally, let's talk about expectations. Not every case will meet the standard for undue influence. But when the elements are present, it is a serious issue, and it requires careful analysis. In conclusion, undue influence in California trust law involves more than persuasion. It involves pressure that overcomes free will. Proving it requires evidence, timing, and a clear understanding of the law. If you believe a trust was created or changed under undue influence, it is important to evaluate your situation carefully. Call us at 888-888-6582. I'm Vince Davis, and we are all in this together.